from the Penn Libraries.
So the last speaker is Dyana Wing-So, who's a junior majoring in visual studies, and she's also been very involved with a number of different resources available through the Weigel Information Commons and fellowship programs. She's an advisor for communication within the curriculum, QUIC, and she's also a Hoesley Digital Literacy Fellow.
Thank you very much, and good morning, everybody. So I'm here to talk about two extracurricular involvements I am involved with here at Penn, specifically the Hoesley Digital Literacy Program and QUIC, which stands for Communication Within the Curriculum. I brought these two out specifically because they're within both programs that I've been involved in. The first one being one I'm currently involved in, and QUIC being one I've been involved in for 2.5 years. There is a high awareness of how do we as student advisors or learners that deal with digital media have to respond to all these changes and the trends that are being used, especially when it comes to student correspondence with not only themselves, with among each other, but also with professors. Because everyone has different degrees in which that they know how to use digital media and whatnot. But because of variations of what people are comfortable with, how do we bridge those gaps? And I've noticed those patterns within both involvements. So a little background about the Hoesley Digital Literacy Program is that since 2008, there's a program that's created and led by the Weigel Information Commons, which takes in juniors and seniors who've applied for this program to pretty much learn more about digital literacy. I think the model of this particular program is important to note in that lots of students that at least I've spoken to have always expressed an interest, oh, I can't wait to learn how to code, do Photoshop, and all these other digital softwares. And myself, I've always thought maybe after I graduate and I can finally get off, college work, I finally have that time to get into that. But in truth, everyone gets really busy, and even all those extra things you might want to learn, you don't really have time for. So the reason why I personally participated in this program was that I wanted some kind of structure where WIC staff, the Weigel Information Commons staff, in addition to resources that I know that I can personally contact through Career Services, CURF, which stands for Center for Undergraduate Research and Fellowship, and the College of Arts and Sciences, they could help direct me, but at least there is some degree of independence that I can embody to pursue some sort of education within digital literacy. Now, what exactly do we mean by digital literacy? Digital literacy, as Hoesley has divided up into 8 various topics, includes anything from graphic design and visual literacy, web resources, files, folders and formats, spreadsheets. The list goes on, as you can see above. But the main point is they've given us a sort of roadmap into what exactly within digital literacy do you really want to get better at. For myself, I've always been involved in designing, photoshopping, and doing video as a freelancer on the side. But there were things I've never had a chance to do. And for instance, I'm surrounded by a lot of business students, so, trying to get an interest into Excel, but not exactly take a Wharton class for myself personally. I like that I have the opportunity to learn a skill set that I could use, not just within classroom spaces, but also beyond. Because what I realize is a lot of the things that we might have an interest in, from job search or building a resume, these are skill sets that we can continue to use. And by establishing a foundation, we're able to continue to learn and build upon them. But it all takes that kind of interest to kind of dive into it. And so how Hoesley likes to do it is that they have 20 hours of instruction mandatory criteria in which all students self-driven go and either take courses that Weigel Information Commons hosts, which are about 1 hour long within the library, or they can sit through a Lynda program, which is an online software that students can utilize and for free in the library. So I wanted to present just 2 quick project ideas. I was just browsing through past projects that students have done because a capstone project for the digital literacy program is for all students to build a website. A common theme for students is that they like to build their own personal websites, especially in light of, finishing college and setting out a website for resumes, such as the one on the right for Miss Ross Kelly. In which that she put things such as information about herself and information about her thesis. The one on the left is interesting, the student who was involved as a a rower here at Penn, realized there is no website for helping coaches coach coxswains. So she decided that this was important, and so both students utilize WordPress. They refer to Wix staff for assistance, but the amazing thing is all these students decided to use the education they've personally crafted for themselves based on their criteria to learn how they can build a website for themselves. For myself personally, I plan to utilize this opportunity to take in all the data I've gathered from a research project I did over the summer, studying social media involvement in the Gaza and Gaza and Israel conflict that happened this summer, how social media affects conflict. And last but not least, communication within the curriculum. Some of you may have heard of this program because this program is also involved with, background first. So quick communication with the curriculum is a Penn student-run public speaking tutoring program, and there's a variety of things that we're involved in. But the first thing that we're most known for is probably the affiliate courses, in which student advisors, after having taken a communication within the curriculum course with Professor Dr. Weber, we are certified student public speaking tutors, and we work together with certain professors who have expressed an interest to work with a student advisor that sits together with one of their students preparing for a presentation. And these presentation can range from public speaking without sort of any visual complement, or it could be of senior thesis projects, which are very common. Personally, I'm currently working with Dr. Liu, who is teaching a biochemistry course in which students are presenting research that they have done with various labs, and they use PowerPoint. So what I would do is I correspond with students via email, and in light of kind of talking about all this use with digital media, I have personally also experienced, issues with how we can come to finding a way to improve upon communications, because to this day, Quick is still trying to figure out how we can develop a good way of communicating and setting up schedules amongst various students. I contact up to 25 students on a semester basis, and it's hard to kind of coordinate how we can all create a sign-up schedule, and also at the same time figure out how we can arrange meeting time spaces within the limited group study spaces and classrooms that are available at Penn. Quick is also involved in walk-in hours, which we thankfully have a space for thanks to the library here, Weigel Information Commons, and this is a very important asset to Quick because it has recording facilities in addition to laptops already in place, so that Quick advisors don't have to worry about bringing their own materials. Students can meet in a space that already has digital accessibility, and so students immediately put up whatever PowerPoint they need to have presented. And there's also recording functions, so should we have to record any presentations that students are making, we're able to record it, keep it, and then also give it to students, this public speakers, to look at themselves and assess. Because we have realized that this is a very important and helpful asset. Workshops are also another ways in which we use a lot of various digital technologies to help with students. And the public speaking contest was a recent addition to the Quick program. It's an interesting one because we've been using Canvas to correspond with students. We've asked any student who is interested in participating in this public speaking competition to record their own voices and upload it to a Canvas site. Pretty much we've created a Canvas site as if we've created a classroom, an actual course called Public Speaking Contest, but it's not actually a course, but it's a way to have all students who already have a Canvas account of their own to access a common place, upload their recorded applications for this contest, and then the students who are involved with the Public Speaking Contest can choose, the Quick advisors, who can choose which of the applicants they want to feature. And that's it. Thank you.